Well, this looks familiar. Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Mac. This is Let's Play Legends of Heroes Trails in the Sky. It has been such a long time, so even though last episode was just collecting all the chests that I missed in this chapter, which honestly there was just one, but I decided to get all of them anyway, let's have a small recap of exactly what's happening. So, Cassius Bright, the father of Estelle and Joshua, went missing. Shira came with us for us to investigate the Sky Bandits. They have kidnapped an entire airship. All the passengers were kept here, and after a lot of doing, including picking up Olivia, we ended up with finding out that actually he is not here. He got off before the ship took off and got captured, and they never had time to update their passenger list. So this was somewhat of a waste of time, but not really because, well, we're still saving people, aren't we? So yeah, let's go. A familiar voice can be heard. Is this? Yep, looks like the Sky Bandit boss's room. Let's eavesdrop, then raid the room. So the Queen's gonna pay out the ransom, is she? Now we can finally say goodbye to this meager living. Don't get careless, bro. We haven't got the money in hand yet. Yeah, we'll need to decide on a plan on how to let the hostages go. Let the hostages go? Now hold on a minute. Why do we have to bother with that? Huh? But once we get our mirror, we'll just kill them all, then be done with it. We've no need to leave them alive. Dawn? You're joking, right? They know exactly what we look like, remember? Even if we left Liberal for good, we could still be tracked, right? But there are old people and kids among them. Do you really intend to kill them all? I swear, no matter how old you get, you never grow up. This isn't playtime, get it? But I'm sorry to say this, bro, but I'm against killing the hostages too. Adios will never forgive us if we do that. And I don't want to get our home back with mirror staining the blood of innocent people. Kyle, since when did you become the boss around here? Huh? I think it's about time you learned your place. Kyle? Who cares about our old home? With this kind of mirror coming in, what could you possibly want with our old worthless land? We're gonna blow all this cash somewhere near the Southern Curtain Resort and enjoy the good life for a while. What did you say? Once we run out of mirror, we'll just hijack another airship. This is going to be the future of the Kapua Sky Bandits. Yeah. Dawn, what's happened to you? What in Adios' name happened to you? Sorry to interrupt. Could you have your little family feud later? You again? Braces? Why are you here? How can you say something so heartless? Especially after you gave us a lift here in your own airship. Impossible, what are you talking about? Can't be. You had your airship sitting in front of Amberol Tower, right? We just slipped in when you weren't looking and hid in the cargo hold. In other words, we stole a ride from a bandit. Ha! Take that! For a dimwit, you've really outdone yourself this time. Who are you calling a dimwit? You two-faced tomboy. What'd you just call me? You bimbo, airhead brute. Just try and say that again. Can we just beat each other up and be done with it? Alright, enough of the bickering between you two. We've liberated the hostages and defeated the other members of your group. So it looks like all that's left is you three. In accordance with the law of the Bracer Guild, you are hereby placed under arrest. Who you best not to resist? Man. Crap. Kyle, Gisette, what is the meaning of this? Sorry, bro. I'm sorry, Dawn. That's okay, I'll forgive you just this once. Once I kill them, that'll be that. What? What a bunch of fools you are! To think that the pitiful number of people could... To think with that pitiful number of people that you could ever capture Don Kapua. Yeah, he's got a cannon. Look how effortlessly he handles that orbital cannon. Kyle, Gisette, it's time to hunt some game. I like my sport bloody. Yeah, that's dirty. Weak to fire, huh? That was not good positioning. Okay, so he's weak to fire, but the other two are just standard elements, so 7 something out of 9 something? Ow! He hits really hard in close quarters, you can say that much.
Take that!
And then I snatch a turn. Yeah, you've got a pretty big health pool. Okay, I think I'm taking you out because you keep pushing us out of the healing circle, you rotten thing.
That's it.
how come he's attacking so rapidly? Oh, I guess we did get that off, so it doesn't really matter how quickly you're attacking. I can't tell if he's gonna survive this, but I have my finger on the 3 button just in case. No, I'm not going to let him get a chance to attack and cost me a whole bunch of Sepet.
Oh, are we done already?
That's a pretty nice number, isn't it? These guys are tough. So this is the strength of a bracer, huh? How can I lose to this girl? Kind of weird, but Gisette has the same voice actress as quite a lot of characters that I know. Ibuki Miyoda, Tengo Chapashira, Aya Hibihara, Severa and Cordelia from Fire Emblem. I wouldn't have thought that she got that enough her voice lines to warrant having a dedicated voice actress, though. That's how it's done. Have you learned your lesson yet? Now that this has been settled, I'm going to ask that you surrender nicely. Any more trouble out of you and, well, you know what'll happen, right? Sherazade stroked her whip and smiled at Gisette. Oh, anything but that! Why me? Why do I have to go down like this? What's going on? I heard all over. When did I get a normal cannon? What the heck? Bro? Dawn? Ah, Gisette, are you back from Roland already? If you're back this quickly, I guess things didn't work out, huh? Don't try to cover it up. If you've had enough, then how about leaving the breadwinning to us men? We probably won't be able to earn a whole lot, but be patient. Dawn, what are you talking about? Did you hit your head, bro? Gisette came back from Roland like forever ago. I went to pick her up right after we attacked the airliner. What? Attacked an airliner? What's all this crazy talk? We'd never do something like that. Right, his eyes change color, and they did mention in... We did overhear a conversation between the brother and sister that he'd been acting strange ever since he'd met some specific people, so quite likely brainwashing. What is this guy talking about? I don't think he's trying to cover his butt. I think he really doesn't know. Come to think of it, who are these strangers? Don't tell me they're new recruits. Sorry to burst your bubble, but we're not. We're with the Bracer Guild. Huh? What are a bunch of bracers doing up here? This guy's completely lost his marbles. What an interesting turn of events. Whether you've forgotten or not, you're still under arrest. You're charged with hijacking an airliner, hostage-taking, demanding a ransom, and other such offences. Hijacking an airliner? Hostage taking? Demanding a ransom? Carl, Gisette, tell me this is some kind of joke. Dawn, I think that's my line. But thanks to you, bro, we've got a chance to escape. Hey! Oh, hell, not again! Hey! Kyle? We'll talk about this later. Let's just focus on getting out of here. I'm never going to get the smell out of my hair. Let's hurry and get out of this room. They're going to keep using the smoke bombs until it stops working. They went up. They're going to try and escape in their airship. Ah! After tracking them this far, we can't let them get away. We've got to catch them. Right. Understood. I made it out alive. Oh, what a tragedy this has become, my delicate nasal cavity. Hey Olivia, you better hurry or we're leaving you behind. Wait for me! Actually, you have the same eye color as Don had during his brainwashing, now that I think about it. Probably not important, but what is important is that we use that massive health pool of yours to get everyone back in shape, because there's a lot of guys. We did beat them up, but they're still going to be able to just stand in our way. Hold it right there, you. You're not getting past us. You guys are back for more after taking a righteous beating like that? Now that's what I call tough. If you don't want to move, then we're just going to force our way through. It's interesting that they'd still be so loyal to What's-His-Face, even after he was very clearly not in his right mind for so long. The thing is, these guys are really freaking fast. Yes! Oh! Oh dear, we turned one of them into a rock. Actually, you're weak to all elements just a little bit, so we might as well throw some water at you. Now the downside is that I probably should have used Stone Impact because they're still getting a lot of turns. This is something that I've done on screen before, so I probably shouldn't be doing it so openly, but... damn it, I don't like that thing. There's one thing that I'm not too fond about in this game, aside from certain elements that really didn't age well. It's the fact that enemies respawn so quickly. When you're doing dungeons to try and find missing chests, that gets really annoying. Also, they're always aggressive. Don't think you're going up any further. Take the hostages and go! So you're back for more, huh? When will you learn? What are you trying to do? Buy time for your leaders to escape? They've done a lot for us over the years. Now it's time to return the favor. And here's the thing, we just predict where they're all going to be standing with Ariel.
Let me show you the true essence of beauty.
I really shouldn't have done that. I should have saved it for just in case we end up with a seventh turn, but I think this is the last fight we have to worry about.
That's that then. Let's move out.
They certainly give out all those fire sepith that I was missing. Ooh, we've finally started eating into his CP pool there, haven't we? That was too close. Please, no more bandits. Damn it. Looks like we got company. Don't think you're gonna walk out of here the same way you came in. All we need to do is buy some time for Dawn, Carl, and Gisette to escape. Trying to shield your masters to the bitter end, huh? Most ridiculous thing to do. Your spirit is admirable. And I wonder if beating them into the ground might be a point way to honor their sacrifice. Let's take them down. Oh, fuck. Which one are you? This is why you save your CP turns. Now here's the thing, this would be a decent way to stop him from reacting, but because that's the very first thing... we can't actually stop them from getting that attack. It's annoying. Yeah, that's a lot of sepith he just filched from us. I think having sepith turns is one of the biggest annoyances in this game. And they aren't going to offer enough in return. Well, now we have the CP, but
We're good to go.
now we have enough energy for a cut-in attack, but not very much. It's too late for that, rather. And then we find that the military stole the credit for our arrest. Huh? What's this? How'd the army find out about this place? That liar, things weren't supposed to go down like this. Hey, get your dirty mitts off me! What's going on here? So those are the ringleaders of the Sky Bandits. I'm surprised there's such a young woman too. How about you shut your yap and start taking some good pictures? What are the chances of getting another scoop like this? So how about it, Neil? Is this enough to help you write a decent article? You bet it is. I'm really grateful you took us along. Oh, would you mind if we took a picture of you while we're at it? What do you think, General Morgan? Do as you like. This plan was successful thanks to your genius. In all honesty, this is truly something to boast about. No, this was just the result of the accuracy of the Intelligence Division's analysis. And thanks to the cooperation of those of you standing over there. What? What are you guys... I mean, how the heck... What's going on exactly? It's you kids again. Hey look, it's Estelle and Joshua! Braces, why are you here? Just for the record, I'll tell you, we infiltrated this place one step ahead of you, again. And the entire hideout has been subdued. We chased the flying Sky Bandit leaders up this way, but I never would have guessed that the Royal Army's patrol ships would be waiting. Once again, you've overstepped your bounds! With all due respect, General, it was because of them that our military strike saw this level of success. Therefore, shouldn't we in turn recognize their achievements? Do as you wish, I'll leave the rest up to your discretion. I'll return to the ship and see what information I can get out of these Sky Bandits. Very well, General. That old man's as stubborn as ever. He's not a bad person, he just lacks a little flexibility. That aside, where are the other Sky Bandits and the hostages? The other lackeys should be lying all over the place unconscious. As for the hostages, we have them waiting in the same room they were imprisoned in. I see. You have done this nation a great service. Please leave the transportation of the hostages and cargo to us. Let's move, Captain Amalthea. Yes, Colonel. Wait for me, Colonel! I'd really like to interview you kids, but this time the Colonel is top priority. If we have another opportunity, I'd appreciate doing one with you too. See you later, Estelle and Joshua. As much as General Morgan is the military equivalent of a spurned lover and not very reasonable or likable, you have to admit that if it weren't for him, then they would have gotten away. My, you had your whole shining moment uprooted and stolen just like that. You got that right. Don't let it bother you, Estelle. The Brace's role has always been that of the unsung hero, so there's no real reason for us to stand out. That sounds about right, yeah. Dad always made a point of staying in the background too. Really? I never noticed. Where is Dad? I guess that's one problem we've still got to figure out. Where's Dad now? What's he doing? Why hasn't he tried to contact us? It looks like there's nothing else for us to do here. In the meantime, let's get back to Bose and report what happened with the incident. We'll try and figure out what to do about your dad after that. I really appreciate all your hard work. It appears my first impression about you was right. I knew you would come through and can bring a closure to this incident. Yeah, but the army took off with all the glory. So I don't know if we could exactly say we solved the case. No, that's not true. If you hadn't been there, I don't know if the army's raid would have been successful. Backed into a corner as they were, the Sky Bandits may very well have harmed the hostages. Agreed. Everything worked out because you infiltrated their hideout and took them out ahead of time. You should be proud of what you've done. You really think so? It's true the hostages were freed and the Sky Bandits arrested, but it's a bit vexing to know there are still some unanswered questions. The men who appeared at Valeria Lakeshore and the mystifying attitude of the leader of the Sky Bandits. I think we should consider that there's a lot behind this incident we don't know about. Well, I guess we'll have to leave that part up to the Royal Army to figure out. With all the culprits being detained by them, there's not much we can do. Anyway, we should just be glad that all the hostages came back safe. Thanks to the news about the arrest of the Sky Bandits, things are returning to normal here in town. As a token of my thanks, I've added a bit of a bonus to your award. Really? Are you okay with that? Of course I am. I'd like to thank you too, Olivia. I just hope my work was worth the price of that Grand Chardonnay. Yes, in fact there was change to spare. I hope you all have a wonderful day. If anything else comes up, I'd greatly appreciate your help again. Good day. Wow, nice someone appreciates us. I'm sure that if the incident had gone on any longer, it would have caused much more confusion. It's probably only natural the mayor is as happy as she is. Now I'm starting to feel all giddy inside. I don't think a bracer could be any more happy than knowing her work helped out a bunch of other people. If you say so. I think it's safe to say you're no longer greenhorns. Honestly, the two of you really surprised me this time. You think so? At any rate, please accept your assessment and the pay for clearing up the incident. Okay, here's the question. Do we get 10 BP from this? Yes, we do! We got everything! Junior Bracer 5th class. Received a Haze Quartz as a perk. Here's the pay the mayor was talking about. It's a very, very nice sum. This is from me. Received a recommendation. Isn't this a recommendation from the Bose branch? Is it alright to give it to us so soon? Of course! You're protagonists after all. It would be downright rude for me not to recommend you after resolving such a big incident. Please accept it. Thank you, Lugrin. We'll work hard so we don't bring any embarrassment on this recommendation. Great work, you two. I'm sure your father would be extremely pleased if he heard the news. Sure. You're probably right. I wonder what on earth Cassius could be doing now. Not contacting the guild is one thing, but not contacting his family is a completely different matter. It's definitely not like him. After he suddenly disembarked from the airline in Bose, I wonder where he could have gone. Excuse me, please. Aren't you that receptionist from the landing port? What's the matter? You see, we recovered some of the cargo stolen by Sky Bandits. And among the pieces were a number of parcels addressed to the Bracer Guild. So I'm here to deliver one of them today. I appreciate you doing that. Wait a minute. Why is there something addressed to this branch when the airliner left Bose to begin with? It's actually addressed to the Roland branch. But aren't Cassius's Bright's family members here? Well, that explains that, doesn't it? What? That's us, but... Oh, perfect. We contacted the Roland branch and they said you had come here. Here you are, this is the parcel. Estelle was given both the letter and parcel. This letter, yep, it's in Dad's handwriting, is addressed to Joshua and I at the Roland branch. It seems as if he just scribbled it out before he got off the airliner. I guess Dad did intend on getting in contact with us after all. Oh. Well, that's good to hear. So the parcel is from your dad too. No, this one looks like it was sent to my dad for someone else. Huh? That's odd. Yeah, the sender hasn't written their name anywhere. Okay, my business here is done. I'll be on my way. Oh, and one other thing. Good job in your helping arrest those Sky Bandits. You Bracers sure do excellent work. This is quite the long cutscene. Maybe I should have broken this up a bit more, but eh. To think that a clue about your father would be mixed in with the airliner's cargo. Feel free to use the lounge upstairs to read his letter if you'd like. Thanks, Lugren. Well then, let's have a look at the contents, shall we? Do you mind telling us what you're still doing here? It's just plain and simple curiosity, that's all. Why did your father disembark the airliner prior to its departure? Were I forced to wait around for an answer, the question would stick in my mind. I'd never be able to sleep at night. And you're telling me this because? Oh, how heartless and cruel can you be to a companion who has travelled beside you? Just who is it to have to thank for being able to infiltrate the Sky Bandit's hideout, I wonder? Alright already. You can be a rather obnoxious fellow, I hope you know. I guess we don't have much of a choice. However, depending on the content, we may have to ask you to leave, okay? I understand. Alright, let's see what he has to say. Estelle started by cutting the letters seal. Dear Estelle and Joshua, I'm sure you're probably about finished with the jobs I left you, right? I'm also sure there are many things you'll have trouble with in the beginning, but take each one step at a time. I know you both can succeed. Anyway, it turns out that I've had a little trouble with my own work. And unfortunately, it looks like I won't be able to make it home for quite some time. Please don't expect my return until after the Queen's birthday celebration. I'm really sorry that things turned out like they did, but you should be grown up enough to not be lonely while I'm away. So until I get back, I'll leave it up to both of you to decide how you want to live. You're free to continue working in Roland, or you're free to pursue qualifying as a senior bracer. Your 16th year is vintage time in your life, so make sure not to waste it. Please give my regards to Sherazade and Aina. Cassius Sprite. That seems like the type of letter your father would write. It touches lightly on things, but it's full of consideration toward the both of you. Yeah, looks like that way. The Queen's birthday celebration, is it? From what I've heard, that's still a ways off. Yep, it's about 2 or 3 months away, which means this would be the perfect time to take a small trip. I really wonder where your father is and what he's up to. Forget about that, let's focus what's in the package. With an unknown sender, there's bound to be something interesting inside. To be honest, I am pretty curious myself, but we shouldn't be opening things addressed to my dad. Why don't you think of it this way? It was a package delivered by the unknown sender about the time your father disappeared. The two might be related, you know. That's true? Olivia, don't coax Estelle into doing something to satisfy your own curiosity. Actually, Olivia does have a good point. Instead of leaving it until our dad comes home, it might be worth looking into. Okay, let's check it out. Estelle opened the parcel from the unknown sender. Inside was a shiny black hemispherical device. It's a paperweight, darn it. A novelty paperweight. Also enclosed was a single memo with the item. What's this supposed to be? It's an orbment, though I'm not sure what it's used for. Let's see what the memo says. I was able to secure the item with the aforesaid group was carrying, so please take care of it. Please ask Professor R to do an analysis when you find an opportunity. K. Well, that's not Cassius, is it? That's it? Yep, looks like the sender didn't write anything else. Shira, do you have any idea who K or Professor R might be? I hate to say this, but I don't have a clue for either. My father's pretty well known, so there's a possibility these people could be foreigners too. If this is the only thing we've got to go on, then honestly I'm about ready to throw in the towel. What the heck is this black orbment anyway? From the shape alone, it doesn't look like anything intended for general use. Although it feels a little similar to a battle orbment. Even so, it's still quite different. A normal battle orbment has slots in which to install ports. This one has none. Maybe this one is an artifact. An artifact? Precisely. An artifact is an orbment created by an ancient civilization. Artifacts are the models for all orbments produced today. They're still occasionally discovered in the ruins. and for the most part, the Septian Church has custody over them. They're a type of antique, so to speak. This one doesn't appear to be that old. It looks to me like it was made recently. You're right about that. However, this one seems almost like a black market item. Geez, now look what has happened because of my good-for-nothing dad. Doesn't he know we're all worried about him? Estelle? Now he's getting some sketchy item from an unknown sender. What in the world has my dad gotten himself into this time? Estelle. You know, Estelle, I've been thinking. How about we continue our journey? Huh? Joshua? That's what Dad wrote in his letter, right? He said, or you're free to pursue qualifying as a senior bracer. Yeah, he did say that, but we've already managed to get recommendations from Roland and Bose, right? All that's left are Juan, Zace, and Gransel. Only those three. If we do jobs as we travel to these other regions, we might just hear something about where Dad is or what he's doing. I think we're just worrying about ourselves for nothing, considering Dad's skills. There's also the possibility he may have even travelled abroad. But I think getting off our own duffs is a lot better than just sitting around and waiting. We just might be able to find this Professor R too. Joshua? What? You're a genius! Estelle, what are you talking about? This is like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, or maybe even 10! Sometimes I hate you for being so smart. So should I consider that a yes? Oh, is it ever? Triple yes, yes, yes! Training to be senior bracers as we travel around Liberal. And exposing what no good middle-aged men have been doing is in the process. I think you're missing the point. Looks like she's back to her old self. I guess it's settled then. Well, take care. I'm going to head back to Roland now. That said, I'm still a little worried about you two. Are you sure you don't want me to come along? Give it a rest, Shira. We'll be fine. The whole reason we're going on this trip is to become senior bracers. We wouldn't be training for you anymore if you came with us. If you didn't go back, the Roland branch would have a hard time managing things. Don't worry about us. We'll figure out a way to get things done. Well, if you insist. It's pretty rare for someone your age to be training for a senior bracer status. Don't overdo it. If you run into any trouble, contact the Roland branch. You got it? I'll come running no matter where you are. Sure. Thanks, Shira. Same goes for you. Don't get too lick it up. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Alright, I'll watch the number of drinks. Never fear, dear children. You can count on me to protect fair Shira. Why are you headed to Roland? Not to mention with Shira. That's because I've tasted all there is of the local dishes in Bose. I thought it was about time I turned my attentions to another region. Roland's cuisine, I've heard the produce is just to die for, so that's what I'm looking forward to next. That's pretty much it. He said he wants me to get me to introduce him to a restaurant and some lovely vegetables or some such nonsense. Since he's so persistent, I only agreed to him coming under the condition that he go drinking with me at the bar. I'll never see him alive again. Olivia, I really hope you understand what you promised her. I could die for the likes of fine women and food. Part of me longs to be by your side as you continue your journey, Joshua. But after many agonizing hours of consideration, I've decided to accompany fair Sherazade instead. I think I'll be better off with you a safe distance away from me. Well, have fun, but I'm warning you, don't make any trouble in Roland, you hear me? Here's another piece of advice. When Shira's at the bar, watch out. That's when the gloves come off. I'm seriously not joking when I say you should beware. How dare you speak about your mentor like that, Estelle? Besides, Aina's coming too. Yeah, and she's even worse than you. The gloves come off, huh? Is that perchance what you and Estelle were talking about before? Yes, Estelle said it best. It was nice knowing you. Yes, it was a pleasure. Wait. The Roland-bound airliner will be departing shortly. All passengers, please board the airship now. Well, Ollie boy, it looks like it's time for us to leave. Come on now, best hurry and get on. Shiro, wait, can't we talk this over? I'd really appreciate if I had just a little more time to think things through. Surely you're not getting cold feet already. If you consider yourself a man, then quit acting like a ninny. See you later, Shira. Give our regards to everyone in Roland. Have a wonderful trip, you two. Chapter 1, Disappearance of Linde, End. We finally caught up with the game. And now I have to, well, yeah. Who knows what comes next? Considering that the whole disappearing airship thing has been wrapped up, it doesn't seem like we're going to have that many stakes going into the next chapter, but it's a JRPG. Plenty of time for it to re-escalate, so until next time guys, take care, I'll see you all around.